People of the verse, hello and welcome to this channel. This is the Eradicator and we are in Star Citizen Alpha 3.9 PTU. You can see that it's 3.9 because some people are sitting on chairs, not everybody is standing. And so in this video, we're gonna have my first impressions, guys, of what I think of the new features of Star Citizen Alpha 3.9, and I decided to start at Lorville here because I wanted to have the complete experience of going to MicroTech and actually landing at New Babbage Interstellar Spaceport. So that's why I bought a little Fizz Taste of Fresh. I wanted to buy a couple of clothes here because we're gonna go to the dance floor later on New Babbage. So here we go, guys. Let's talk about 3.9 and everything that it entails. In terms of stability, well, I gotta say that I've had a live stream for 2 hours and 24 minutes. Unfortunately, after 9 minutes, something happened that I hoped would not happen, but again, it is the first day of Wave 1 PTU. A 30k error happened after, as you can see, 9 minutes. This was the only 30k that I have had in the whole live stream that I did today regarding my first impression of 3.9. So overall, a pretty stable experience. Unfortunately, we started with a rocky start, to say the least, so I was a little bit wary about what was going on. Hopefully later down the road I was pleasantly surprised. So overall, yeah, pretty stable. I was able to play for over 2 hours without any 30k. Just the beginning here, at the very beginning in the Australian servers, I had this 30k, which was really annoying. Also, I had to customize my character again. I think that this is in the default I think that this is a bug that is in the patch notes right now, so again, nothing to really worry about here. So I came back to that little place here that sells drinks. Apparently we cannot have noodles here at Lorville, but more NPCs were sitting here on those chairs. Some of them look really tired. I suppose that's what it takes to have a hard day here at Honhurst. But I wanted to have some of those Chinese noodles here, but they're not available. We can only have Fizz sodas. So you know what, I decided to have a quick buy here of a Fizz soda, and it turns out that when you do that, after you spend 3 alpha UEC, that Fizz soda is already immediately in your hand. So you have several options. Of course, you have the option to drink. Decided to have a third-person view to show you. Very nice animation, as you can see, but my character is making this weird face. Seems like that Fizz soda is pretty disgusting, if I if I dare to say. Of course, and that's also something that I like, you don't drink your entire soda. You can see that there's a little gauge, so you have to wait until that gauge is empty for that soda to eventually be depleted. So you have to drink it. I think that you have to drink it at least 3 times. So we're gonna try a third time here to see if this is gonna do the trick or not. So we're gonna drink that soda one more time. And whoa. My character doesn't seem to be enjoying that Fizz so much. And well, it seems that the can here is appearing to stay in my hands. So let's see if we have other options. We have an option to drink. Oh, it was not empty. There was a tiny bit left. And so when it was empty, I was shocked to see that by default, my character is littering here. Again, maybe that's because it's Lorville, but dropping that can on the floor, bad example for kids, if I may say so. So I don't know if this is an actual bug or feature, but I thought that it was pretty cool. I also decided to go to the bar since I was already at Lorville. Looks like Miles Descartes is sitting properly here. All of those guys here also are sitting properly, except for that one. Some of those NPCs seem to look very tired. I guess, I don't know if this is ARP or not. So going to the bar here, unfortunately, the bartender is still quite far away. We cannot interact with the bartender and he cannot serve us cocktails. So I guess that drinking at bars is not going to be a feature of 3.9. It's a little bit disappointing, but again, it was not on the roadmap. We're gonna have to wait until that bartender makes his way back into the roadmap. I was surprised to see how crowded the bar at Lorville was. There were lots of NPCs there who were actually quite functional, and that was a pleasant thing to see. On my journey to MicroTech, because guys, it is a long journey, especially if you have a ship with a size 2 content drive like the Cutlass Red. On my long journey to MicroTech, I decided to use the map to, to study the new features here available on this map. And I was really impressed to see that there were lots of available locations right here on MicroTech, shipping mining facilities, emergency shelters, a bit like those that we can see around Crusader, and data centers centers at the same time, which is not a surprise because we did see one of those data centers during the CitizenCon presentation, but I thought that there was maybe only one of them, but it turns out that there's quite a few of them on the surface. So this is something that we are going to check out later further down the line in this video. I also went to see what is going on here with the other moons. It is confirmed that Clio and Utopia are very close towards one another. So it does seem that there are also some interesting things to visit here on Clio, which is the moon with the oceans and the pink sky, if you guys remember all of those images from inside Star Citizen. And it appears that they do have 2 research outposts there on Clio, so one would expect there to find maybe medical supplies, because as of right now, in the current PU, the only thing that you can buy at those research outposts are medical supplies, maybe agri supplies, and stims, if I may be correct. Utopia seems to be empty. Some of my viewers here in the chat do say that there perhaps are some drug lives, which would be quite cool. If I remember, Utopia is the moon with the harshest climate, so that wouldn't be a surprise. It would be a great place to have a drug lab over there. And finally, Calliope here seems to have a lot of processing facilities, as well as research outposts and mining facilities too. So this is going to be, according to what we're seeing here, another great place for mining, or perhaps for trading interesting commodities. So there we have it, guys. I cannot wait to go to these places and discover them with you guys. And so here we are arriving at MicroTech. The trip took, guys, this was a pretty long trip from Hurston to MicroTech. The trip took 10 minutes. So I don't know if they tweaked some of the speed regarding. I don't know if they tweaked the speed of the ships in Quantum Drive. Is it a little bit slower now in 3.9? This is something that I am not aware of, but I don't remember the travel being that slow from Hurston to MicroTech. 10 minutes was really a long time. And so, yeah, traveling straight to New Babbage. Of course, there's that cooldown, so it cannot happen as quickly as possible. But it does seem that they did improve the visual aspect of Planet MicroTech. Again, from what I remember in 3.8.2, MicroTech does seem to be a little bit, I should say, less rough. It does look to be a little bit smoother. And visually speaking, it is very pleasing, if I may say so. And so now we're going to engage the content drive right here, and we're going to see how it looks like to go to New Babbage from afar. Of course, here the people want to see the moons here. No, unfortunately, we could not see the moons, and it turns out that's because the moons, at least Clio and Utopia, were right behind me. And as you can see, the game is stuttering a little bit. The frames were not fantastic. We're probably sometimes at around 15 to 20 frames per second. So that was to be expected, because I am pretty sure that as of right now, most people are lingering around MicroTech and its spaceport. So that is to be expected, of course, if most players are at the same place at the same time. The frames are expected to be a little bit lower. It reminds me of back in the old 3.0, 3.1 days, when most people were around Levski, and so the frames at Levski were not fantastic. Here I noticed that, well, they added those raindrops here when you are flying the Cutlass. However, it does seem that those raindrops are dropping inside the Cutlass on my actual helmet instead of the canopy of the ship. So this is something that I hope is going to be fixed pretty soon, but we are going to see later in this video, especially when I'm going to fly the Freelancer later, that well, it is going to have a little bit it is going to be a little bit problematic, especially when it comes to reading the HUD properly. But we're going to make our approach very soon here, a New Babbage spaceport, which is about 20 kilometers away from New Babbage City. So it is a little bit far, but as the advantage is that the approach to the spaceport is much easier. You don't need to worry about the autopilot. You don't need to worry about crashing into some random buildings. You just go straight to your hangar. It does appear that all of the hangars are horizontal hangars like those, so this is also a very interesting approach. I like the diversity of hangers, horizontal hangers, vertical hangers, like those at Levski, for example, or a mix of both, like those at Area 18. And so here we go. That's going to be a very nice little landing. Absolutely perfect. And we're going to check it out. Here we're going to check out how it is well, at least what the interiors are at New Babbage. Here we go, looking at the new elevator panels, which are going to be generalized throughout the entire verse by Star Citizen Alpha 4.0. This is just a preview here in 3.9 of what we are going to experience. And look at that. Here we go. We are inside New Babbage Interstellar Starport. I just want to make sure that I am dressed well for the occasion, of course. So we don't want to be wearing that spacesuit. We want to be wearing, a little bit more casual outfit. I don't know why I have that pad on my head. Anyway, it is gone now. Oh, there you go. All right, that's more like it. And so we are going to now explore what we have to see here inside the interiors of the 3.9, which have been so elusive for such a long time. Looks like we have new faces. That's something that people were talking about in Spectrum. And I'm really glad to see that indeed those NPCs look a little bit different. There is a rental here, Regal Luxury Rental. So that's a rental shop. I didn't see any ship shop here, only rentals. So we're going to see what is available here. This is temporary. This is always subject to change as long as this is not the live. We've got the Warlock, which is great, by the way, if you want to add that EMP, Constellation Phoenix, all of the Origin line, basically. The Nox from Aopoa. And that's pretty much it. So they're mostly renting Origin ships here and not much else. So that is quite disappointing. And so here's the greeter here. You can see that I went for the jokes, guys. I don't want to be spoiling the jokes, so that's why you're not going to hear what she is saying. But I was a little bit disappointed because I was expecting to hear at least maybe 5 or 6 jokes. But there were only 2 jokes. Now, I gotta say that, as you can see on my face, those jokes were pretty funny. As you can see on my face, I was quite happy. But yeah, it was a bit lackluster because I was expecting between 5 to 6 jokes, but there are only 2 jokes. So yeah, that is a little bit of a disappointment. Gotta give credit to CIG. The jokes are pretty good. I've got to say, these are jokes that I may tell my kids or my family in the future, and I'm not going to tell them where these jokes are from, but I thought that it was a nice touch. I just wish that there were a little bit more than them. Anyway, it's not really that important. Of course, it is quite trivial. This is the surface entrance if you want to grab a vehicle, but this is not what we came for. We came to check out the interiors of New Babbage, and for that you need to take a hello, what have we have here? We need to have a... I'm digging those new NPCs. They're looking pretty cool. We need to take an elevator, which is really weird. Now, these are the commercial flies. As you can see, I got lost, so don't go here. It's not going to get you anywhere. Instead, try to look for this empty metro loop. And there are no stairs. You only have to take those elevators. So to take those elevators, of course, you're gonna have to just click on them. It's as easy as that. And once you click on them, if an elevator is here, the door is going to open. Just click on the metro loop, which is the name of the metro of New Babbage, and it is going to take you to the floor where the metro is available. I had to edit this out because it was a little bit long, in my opinion. And so we got 2 destinations: Aspire Grand, and the other one is the Commons, if I may say so. And so the train here just departed, but he was here also at the same time. So that was strange. I really hesitated, guys. Should I go inside or should I not? Am I gonna be trapped into the tram? I decided to dare anyway. If I committed suicide, then I would just respawn at the hubs here at Lorville. So I pretty much had nothing to lose, but it looked like it was working. So here we go, we are departing, and this is gonna be quite a ride because that capsule is really fast, guys. It is going to really be a serious stress test for your GPU, for your graphic card. And so here we go, straight line, and I don't know how fast it is going. I just wish that CIG could tell us exactly what is the speed of that capsule, but what I know is that there are 23 kilometers between New Babbage International Spaceport and New Babbage City, so it could be interesting to calculate how long it takes from point A to point B, and they maybe make an average so we could know what is the speed of that tram. But this is looking absolutely fantastic. We are over that frozen ice sea here, and here we go. Look at that very tight turn. I love how the tram, or the capsule I should say, is turning sideways a little bit, and now we're already slowing down. We get to that purple entrance, a little bit flashy here in the eyes, and so here we go. We are now at New Babbage in the domes, and so we're going to check out what we can find inside, and there is a lot to see. And so we're leaving that metro here. Look at those beautiful plants here. I think that I'm walking in the dirt. Not sure if I was supposed to do that, but we have those very high-tech little hologram displays of butterflies, or they look like a mix of butterfly and fish. Very intriguing indeed. And let's discover together here the interiors of a New Babbage called the Commons here, which is going to be an interesting place because we are going to have all the different shops. This is where you have the locals jogging. You have those yoga mats over there. Maybe we can eat some stuff here. Let's go eat a sandwich. We have twin sandwiches here. So let's go grab a sandwich perhaps. Well, I decided to go for the Mergus sandwich here. As easy as pie, just click on quick buy here and you get the sandwich in your hand. We got a follow at the same time. This is awesome, and all I have to do here is to not drop it here, to eat it. Now maybe I want to eat it maybe at a table, so I'm gonna have to find a table. This looks like a good one here. Sit. Okay, and now we are going to try to eat that sandwich like a civilized man here, sitting at a table, trying to find where is my hand. And it turns out that my hand is somewhere that is not reachable, which of course is a problem. Look at the third-person view, and my sandwich is not in my hand anymore. Where on earth is the sandwich? And I think that it's on the floor, unfortunately. Well, that floor does look pretty clean, but I'm not sure if the sandwich is going to be eatable or not. That is indeed a problem. So I'm gonna have to stand up here, press Y to stand up. And oh no, I'm standing up on the table. So this could be explaining why those NPCs are always standing up on the tables. That's when they leave their chairs. So let's get that sandwich here. And apparently I can eat that sandwich even if it fell on the floor. Obviously, I don't feel so good here at the idea of having eaten a sandwich that feels on the floor. That's the that face looked absolutely insane. But yeah, that's kind of okay, I suppose. There are other things that we're going to do here. We're going to discover that climbing wall, which is not interactable right now. We cannot really interact with that climbing wall. So we're going to have to find other things to do here at New Babbage. The surface entrance, I don't want to go outside. Not yet, at least not today. It's not like I don't have much to do here. Instead, we are going to go to the promenade. The promenade, which is that little sky bridge that they call, that links those two different areas here, those two different domes of New Babbage, and there's a really stunning view of the outside. I don't know why I'm looking at this NPC. There you go. Look at the outside here of New Babbage. You can see that very interesting skyline of New Babbage. Absolutely love the work that CIG has done here with the city. And so now we are at the promenade, and we are going to go, well, we cannot go into the restroom just yet. That is what we are having right now is tier 0 of survival mechanics. We still don't need to go to the bathroom yet. And so here we go. Welcome to Wally's bar. This is Wally's bar during the day. You are going to see it's not really crazy. It is quite cozy. Can we hear the music here? No, we cannot hear the music too much. That's because it is just not loud enough, and that's okay. And they got a couple of shops here. This is Apparelli. Here, Apparelli is a place where you can find those very fancy New Babbage suits. I decided to go for a winter coat here, which could be useful just in case one day I get out in the wild. I've also been to Wally's bar here. Very beautiful little ice sculpture that we've seen in many inside Star Citizen. It is definitely more impressive to be standing just at its bottom here, just at its feet, as we're also looking at those very impressive palm trees here in the middle of MicroTech. Let's listen to what's going on here. These are the same type of... so you can dance here with all of those particles here. Yeah. See, I'm ready. Obviously, I am ready to dance. Right now, there's not much happening because we are during the day, but we will come back here later at Wally's bar at night, obviously. This is the bar here, and right now there are no bartenders, so we can't really interact with the environment at Wally's bar right now, which I think is a shame. I was really hoping to at least order a drink or do something interesting, but I guess that this will be available at another patch. We also have those very interesting flowers or plants, big plants with those butterfly holograms once again. Looking very relaxing indeed. All right, here we found Wammers. There's another shop here. There are lots of places that are closed. This could explain why a lot of shops are going to be open with Star Citizen Alpha 4.0, including the infamous souvenir shop. But here, when you are at Wammers, you are here to eat some hamburgers. You got the Wham-burger Deluxe, the chicken Wham. I'm a luxury guy, so I'm going for the Deluxe 10 Alpha UEC. My goodness, that is a lot of money, but that hamburger definitely looks quite delicious here. So we're going to try to eat that as quickly as possible. Let's see. Yeah, it's just in front of us. Let's listen to what he does. Big burger indeed. Oh, it's already gone. Well, that was quick, right, wasn't it? At least I'm not making that crazy face, just a little bit, but it seems like it was not very tasty. That's okay. We'll try to grab something else to eat a bit later. And we are the yoga mat. Seems like only 2 gentlemen over there are practicing yoga. Not really interested in staying with those guys, but I want to try Garcia's Greens, which is, I think it is the last place that I haven't been to, at least here in MicroTech. Oh no, look at this NPC T-posing here. CIG, you must have failed something here. It's been a long time since we last saw those NPCs T-posing, but looks like we can buy some of those fruits here, including the fruits that we're supposed to be able to find on Hurston, which are now here available at New Babbage. Look at those piton boots, for example. What am I gonna buy? Maybe I don't know what I should buy. Maybe there are some interesting blue fruits here on the side. What about those apples? I don't know if I'll take some apples here, but those blue fruits here look quite delicious. Called Blue Pillow, I think. So we're gonna grab one here, and we're going to eat it as well. This is very interesting, a blue fruit. And let's see, interesting animation here. I'm not making the crazy face. Seems like this time I am enjoying myself. Yeah, that was some good stuff. And so we'll keep on going. We still have a couple of shops here to visit. The factory line is the place where we are going to go next. We're going to see Center Mass. We're going to see also Omega Pro, which are the 2 main shops that we've got to see here. There's Shubin Interstellar. The shop is closed, and very interestingly, we only have the panels here outside of the shop. So we're gonna see what they sell here at Shubin Interstellar. Mining consumables, of course. This is where this is where we can find the mining consumables. Interestingly, they also say that we can find weapons. I really wonder what kind of weapons are available for miners. So we're gonna see the mining attachment, and the weapons should be the multi-tool. So they sell the multi-tool here. All right, that's pretty cool. And here, these are some very tight armor. I suppose that this armor would protect you when you are mining, and your mineral that you're trying to break down is breaking in front of you, which can damage you. So if you have minimal protection, maybe you won't die. That makes sense, I think. Next, look at this beautiful teal color, which does seem to be one of the signature colors of MicroTech. I saw the sky. It looks like twilight is upon us, so maybe later we shall be going to Wally's bar. And so here, center mass doesn't look so different than the center mass that is available to us at Area 18, except that we don't have the display of the machine guns here. These are mostly, well, these are entirely ship guns here. I wonder if we can buy some other more interesting guns. You know, guys, that my favorite gun in the verse is the F50 from Gemini, the F55 from Gemini. So I'm going to check if it is available here in weapons. And so going down here, F55 ballistic light machine gun, of course it is available, and I'm gonna buy a couple of them as well. I'm also going to buy some attachments, and probably in another video we'll be testing those attachments. Alright guys, there's another shop that you guys need to check out, and this is Omega Pro. Omega Pro is, I think, is a components shop, a bit like a rival to Platinum Bay. So we're going to go inside and we are going to have a look at the components that are available here for us to purchase. Look at that. A new looking NPC. Never seen this NPC with this outfit before. I guess that this is the MicroTech collection that is in the roadmap. That has been in the roadmap for quite some time. Look at those beautiful components. Some of the components look really small. Some of the components look really big. Let's have a look at what is available here. We've got some quantum. My goodness, this is really top quality that we're seeing here. Some of those quantum drives here are some of the best that are available here in the verse so far, which again makes sense because this is the technological center of the Centurion system, so you should have some of the best available. Look at that, the Breton is here, of course, representing Brittany, I suppose. Wow, 430,000 alpha UEC, that is an expensive power plant here, probably for a Caterpillar. What I'm seeing here is really promising. Let's have a look at the shield generators. But I think that they've got everything that I need here to fully upgrade my shield. Look at that, FR 66, 76, 86. That is excellent. That is really excellent. These are excellent shield generators here that are available for us for our ship upgrades. So yeah, if you are definitely looking to upgrade your ship, go to Omega Pro. They will have everything that you need. This is great. This is great. I think that it would be better with a little bit of slam. I don't know what you guys think. Well, that is... And I am now at Wally's bar. Twilight is upon us. As you can see, the sky is changing, and so has the lights. It is a completely different atmosphere here, and I am feeling the groove. I don't know what you think about this place, guys, but this place is quite groovy, and I feel like, I don't know, my body is moving. I'm liking this place. Yo, Rap Space, it's party time. 3.9 is here, right? Yeah, it's different music. I'm totally digging this one. But you guys didn't come here to see me dance, obviously. You came here to check out what is up in Star Citizen Alpha 3.9. And so we are now leaving New Babbage, and we're going to check out some of those new moons that are available, some of those new locations. Just waiting for those doors to open. Yeah, they are a little bit slow, a little bit like those doors that we have at Lorville or Area 18. I wish that we could have other places where the doors are as quick as at Levski, but that's okay. I'm just ranting a little bit. Let's get out of here. I really appreciate being able to fly straight without having to worry about the no-fly zone. This is really an element of comfort that I really appreciate. Look at the HUD. The HUD is getting a little bit blurry. That is because my helmet is the one that is getting wet, not the canopy. This is a bug, I think, that needs to be fixed, in my opinion, but that's okay. We're not going to have a look at that HUD, that HUD, for a very long time. Instead, we are going to have a look at the exterior view right here so we can see this beautiful view of New Babbage by Twilight, looking absolutely fantastic. Of course, you can already see that in 3.8.2, but since we're in 3.9, I wanted to offer you guys this beautiful little view here. And now we are at Clio. Unfortunately, there are only 2 places available at Clio, 2 research stations from Rayari. I think I'm pronouncing that right? Rayari, right? Rayari Kentwell Research Outpost is the one we're going to. Both of them were at nighttime, so I didn't have any opportunity to check out Clio during the day. But we still had an interesting view here of the pink sky from afar. So that is maybe a consolation. Inside that station, you can see that they are selling medical supplies and steams. I have a feeling that these are the two things that people are going to buy here on Clio, and I am glad, guys. I've been saying this on this channel for a very long time. I was sure for about a year now that around MicroTech, either on MicroTech or on the moons of MicroTech, we will be able to buy medical supplies, and so it is. I am glad that this is the case. We definitely needed more places to buy medical supplies. I think that this is going to decrease the price of medical supplies, so I am really happy with that. I didn't know that the Freelancer had lights in the back, by the way. That is an interesting discovery here that I've just made. After that, I tried to make a combat beacon. So happy to see that combat beacons are back in the verse. Unfortunately, for some reasons, the guns of this Freelancer were not working. I was only able to use the missiles, but the other guns, I tried everything. Leaving the seat, getting back to the seat, turning the power off. It just didn't work. The guns were not functioning. Eventually, I had to cancel this mission and decided to go to Calliope here. Decided to go to Calliope, see what is available here on Calliope, and we are having an interesting little view here. I think that Calliope is looking fantastic. You know, this environment all gray and black, I think is really beautiful. I was thinking that maybe Clio would be my favorite moon out of the three, but so far it does look like Calliope is especially there's something unique about that white mist. You know, it feels like a sort of mix of heaven and hell at the same time. It's very interesting. I'll definitely come back again, but I think that this is very, very well done. Look at how close we are now to that station, but that fog combined with that humidity, even though it's probably not water, is making it quite difficult to navigate in those parts. And it's only at the last minute that we are seeing that I am going towards a bunker, unfortunately, and I am not really interested in bunkers, obviously. So that Shubing processing facility here is not a place that I shall return to because, well, there's nothing to do at bunkers unless you want to kill some NPCs, right? Next, we went back to MicroTech. MicroTech does feature some mining facilities as well. This is Shubin Mining Facility SMO-22. And let's have a look a little bit closer to see how it looks like as we're making our approach. There we go. It's just one of those outposts. But since we are on MicroTech, of course, the weather is not fantastic. You can see that we are in the midst of a snowstorm. Oh my goodness, I forgot to get the landing gear on. That's okay. We'll just put them on just like that. No worries. And so outside, the wind is pretty strong. It's quite difficult to run here. My body temperature is also decreasing. Of course, this is hidden by my webcam. Next time I'll put the screen somewhere else. But it said that I'll only have about half an hour to leave if I stayed outside. So quite a dreadful place indeed. Do I need a cold environment suit to trade? This confirms what I was saying. I think that if you are staying outside for a short time, you don't really need it. It's mostly for explorers, but nevertheless, it is look at that blizzard here. It is a very daunting place. The snow is already accumulating here on my noob armor. I definitely don't want to be staying here for a long time. And so I was very shocked to see that here we cannot buy anything at this station here on MicroTech. So it is quite disappointing to see that there are some outposts that don't sell anything. But again, it is not surprising. Usually the economy is the last thing that the devs work on because the economy is not really the focus on those patches right now, even though trading is one of the favorite activities of traders out there. I want to make you guys listen to the wind. Now, of course, this is the true MicroTech experience here. You know, between the mountains, lots of snow, the weather is horrible. And I absolutely love it, guys. The MicroTech experience where you are having the blizzard and wind and you are freezing to death at the same time. I think that this is awesome. 10 out of 10, I will do it again. And that's pretty much it that I've done during the live stream today on Twitch. I'll try to do a live stream tomorrow on YouTube as well for you guys who could not join me on Twitch. The last thing that I did was eventually killing myself. And I went I want to try, before I kill myself, I want to try a data center. And we're going to see here that this data center that I came at night is just one of those bunkers here. So I found it a little bit disappointing. I was expecting to see a data center similar to what we saw during the CitizenCon demo. Unfortunately, that was not the case. So that's pretty much it. That's pretty much everything that we did during this live stream, guys. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. One more thing that I did, of course, was that I woke up at the Habs. I couldn't wait to try my new house, basically, with a fantastic view on my new place of residence here, New Babbage. I'm glad to have those windows. Not a big fan of the view here from my pillow. I would have put my pillow on the other side. Unfortunately, this is not something that we can do as of right now in 3.9. Feature in Star Citizen, you can make your bed. I think that will be quite funny. Anyway, guys, that's all that we will do today. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget that this month I've got a giveaway. I'm giving away an Origin M50 with lifetime insurance. All you have to do to get yourself winning is to subscribe to this channel and to comment to any videos posted this month. The winner will be announced early May. Thanks to the J-Man, a member of this community. I am also giving away $100 in gift card. So all you have to do to get a chance of winning is to be a subscriber on Patreon or hit that join button. It really helps this channel a lot. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We're going to have more Star Citizen content. We're going to have a lot of content now that Star Citizen 3.9 has dropped. This is the Eradicator. I am signing out.